Amidst protests and arrests, the 16th Sindh Assembly witnessed the swearing-in of newly elected representatives following the February 8th general elections. The PPP secured 84 seats, 𝐒𝐭𝐬 came second with 28, and independent candidates, including PTI members, got 14 seats. Alleged rigging triggered protests and disruptions in Karachi, leading to the imposition of Section 144. Parties, except PPP and 𝐒𝐭𝐬, boycotted the session. The session was adjourned until Sunday for Speaker and Deputy Speaker elections, sparking more protests and allegations of police interference. Container blockades in Karachi caused traffic disruptions, and the caretaker government faced criticism for police actions, including arrests, even of women. As the Assembly session resumes on Sunday, PPP and 𝐒𝐭𝐬 have nominated candidates for key positions. In a separate development, PMLN's Malik Ahmed Khan was elected as the Punjab Assembly's new Speaker, securing the majority of votes. Incumbent PA Speaker Sibtain Khan administered his oath. Looking ahead, the inaugural Balochistan Assembly session is scheduled for February 28 at 3 p.m. According to Balochistan Governor's notification, lawmakers will take their oaths as per Article 65 of the Constitution. Similarly, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Governor has summoned the inaugural session of the Provincial Assembly on February 28 at 11 a.m. The session will witness elections and oath-takings for the Chief Ministry, Speaker, and Deputy Speaker. Israeli jets targeted an area in Rafah, southern Gaza, leading to numerous casualties. In Deir el-Bala, at least 24 people died as Israeli forces shelled a residence housing displaced individuals. The toll from Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7 stands at 29,606 killed and 69,737 injured. As the conflict escalates, UNRWA declared it cannot continue services in North Gaza due to limited staff, and a breakdown of social order amidst Israeli assaults and food aid restrictions, leaving the population in dire conditions. The humanitarian crisis intensifies as Israeli forces arrest 22 Palestinians overnight in the West Bank, including a journalist and 2 children. This brings the total arrests since October the 7th to 7,210, with raids and arrests occurring in various areas, including Hebron and Tulkarem. Amidst these developments, Israel plans to formally notify the International Court of Justice regarding compliance with provisional measures. The focus is on preventing incitement to genocide and ensuring humanitarian aid in Gaza. However, concerns arise over Israel's commitment as it simultaneously prepares for an offensive in Rafah, raising questions about adherence to the UN Court's measures. The situation garners international attention as the US urged Israel to cease targeting civilian police accompanying aid trucks. In Gaza, there are warnings of a worsened humanitarian crisis due to a breakdown in law and order. Israel alleged affiliations with Hamas, while the US noted the presence of non-affiliated individuals. Internationally, Turkish President Erdogan criticized the UN and Western nations for passively witnessing Israel's actions in Gaza, highlighting the need for a stronger stance against the unfolding crisis. Further condemning Israel's actions, Iran's supreme leader denounced the West for ignoring Gaza's plight. He criticized the US veto of UN resolutions and accuses Western leaders of hypocrisy and double standards. The rhetoric intensifies as leaders express frustration over what they perceive as inaction and indifference in the face of a deepening humanitarian tragedy. India's foreign ministry acknowledged on Friday that some of its citizens had taken up support jobs with the Russian army and is actively working with Moscow to secure their discharge. The statement came after reports from the Hindu newspaper highlighted that 18 Indians were stranded in border towns along Russia's frontier with Ukraine, with 3 allegedly being forced to fight alongside Russian forces. While the foreign ministry did not confirm combat roles, it stated that it was aware of Indians in support roles and the Indian embassy is actively pursuing their early discharge from service. The Hindu's report suggested that Indians may have been deceived by recruiters, promising high wages and a Russian passport, only to find themselves trained by the Russian army and deployed to the front lines.